Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting today, and you probably caught Veronika laughing right before this thing came off. It came on. But you know why I want to tell you why I pressed the record button. I did it because today's video is about perfectionism. There are some people out there that think that it has to be extremely perfect in order for people to buy your product, in order for people to take you seriously. We just strive for this thing called perfection. Would you agree, Veronika?
Yes, definitely. And
Now,
even making the video for perfection, like you kind of feel like you actually, you feel hypocritical because you just. I mean, I feel always a little bit of that because I always try to tune it up a little bit,
mhm,
to make it just a little bit more prettier. But
that's true. But we do that because in our mentality is we think that people won't accept us unless it's perfect.
mhm.
Now, you mentioned something earlier before we started, and you tell me if we can talk about it. You said that you always had to be perfect for your mom.
Yeah,
Why do,
mom.
why do you think that was?
I think because they were, if my mom was afraid of judgment, because as I told you, she would say, "What people gonna say? Don't embarrass me." And yeah, I think that she was very. I think that she was depending very much on other people's opinions. And with my dad, I think because he was a scientist and he just felt I don't know if that's because of that, maybe just his personality. There was like no room for mistake, and I was like I was a very good student, but once in a while I wouldn't get something, and if I don't get it from the first time, I'm gonna get a slap on the face. I mean, not literally, but he would get mad. Yeah. So
Interesting.
it's very hard for me because sometimes I catch myself on those thoughts in my head that, oh my gosh, people are gonna judge me.
Interesting.
I think yeah, but I think I'm kind of getting better.
Now, my question is to drive that point home even further is are the people correct that are judging us?
I think that no one basically is that no one is perfect, and it's a I think constructive criticism, if you can hear me, I hope, I think I actually like it because it helps me to grow. But people who constructively criticize you, they actually give you an idea. You can agree with it or not. But they should offer a solution with it. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah,
You cut
I
out a
think
couple
that,
of times, but the good thing about that is remember, it's nothing's perfect.
yeah, yeah,
So we're continuing on with the interview, even though there's imperfections and everything going on all around us. And that's the thing. And the reason why we even like,
oh
can you
my
hear
God,
me?
I
Can you
love it.
because we're thinking what other people are going to think about this video. If they hear the video cutting out,
Oh my
they're not
God.
they're not going to look at us in the right eyes. They're going to look at us like, who are these idiots? Why would they wait till they get their video perfect and then do it? Kind of thing. So what we're doing right now is proving that perfectionism isn't the necessary way.
Yeah, even if you guys can't hear us, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, I love it. That's perfect conditions for imperfections video.
Yes. And here's why, because I can't control the connection. You can't control the connection. You said, "Hey, I may call the cable guy to come over and look at the thing, but he's in control of that once he comes, right?" So I just say continue on, and the thing about it is, we strive for perfection, but could we ever reach perfection? No, and that's
When we
the
dead,
what's that?
when we are dead, we're gonna be perfect.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know. Here's the funny thing. I'm gonna tell you something, Veronica. I hear men, and it kind of happened this weekend. I hear men who say, "This guy Gary V or this guy Les Brown, with the message that they have, it's crazy, right? They'll judge people like that. But then these men and women are not on the level of those people. So evidently what they did worked, right? So if I say my way is the right way, I'm totally wrong.
I
Because
agree with that.
I agree. Because the thing is, when I go to other countries and I see the way other people build buildings, and they still are building the same buildings that we have in America, and I'm sure they build buildings differently in Ukraine and Russia or whatever, the building is still made.
Mhm.
So would you
Yes,
agree that there's many different ways to do things?
definitely.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I think it's also kind of give us the variety because we all like different things.
We do. We do. And that's the thing. So I travel a little bit, and what I do is when I would travel, I would find myself thinking like an American. Like I would say things like, "Why doesn't this place have this kind of shower? Oh my gosh, to take shower and make it electric, you can get electrocuted and you can die in a shower or whatever." Just many different things, and we judge it from a point of that our way is the best way.
Yes,
Okay, so
that's true.
I'm gonna let you talk. So what is your thinking on this whole perfectionist thing?
Well, first of all, is a lot of time. I think the first step is to actually recognize that because sometimes we have no idea we are perfectionists, you know. And the second is try to get comfortable with accept yourself on a current level,
Yes.
not trying. Like for example, I've started doing my YouTube channel, right? And how great I'm going to feel if I will compare my videos to Marie Forleo videos.
Yes.
But there is a little thing about it. She's been doing it for how long?
Many years. Many years.
So that is unfair comparison.
It's totally an unfair comparison because
So
you've heard of her life before she started.
yes.
Was it perfect?
By the way, I like your videos because she gets. No, actually, okay.
I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can hear you.
cool. I actually saw your early videos, and they were just the general amateur videos,
Hmm.
you know. And actually, I'll actually love her style because I think she's struggled too. She has silly things in videos and stubborn on. So like has funny things. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
type it.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
And so yeah, yeah, okay. So she has so many videos and that she had the judgment.
Hmm.
I don't know if you even heard me, but okay, let me type it.
She has good judgment.
Yeah, she had to overcome.
Yeah.
She had to overcome the judgment because she gets silly in every video.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
And
yeah,
and look, it's so funny because we get so many like um, advice from people who are mediocre, who say this is the way you should do it. And I'm like, how do you know that? How do you know this is the way? What are you judging it from? Are you judging your idea from a majority of what other people think? Like you don't know that if a person put up 1,000 bad videos, that they can't make it to the top. Because somebody could look at that and be like, I love that person. They're genuine. They're
hmm,
real. They don't try to doctor all their stuff up. Right? So
yes,
then you can have people that say, you gotta have your video this way. It has to have the lights coming in and lightning bolts and Mars floating around you in the back or whatever. And then that's how you get there. Okay, great.
yes. Well, what's interesting? I so agree with you because what's interesting here is that the person that says this have no videos.
No videos. It's always that case.
Yes,
None. So I'm like,
and the person who would be
I can't hear you now, you're frozen. You froze a little bit there for me on my side, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going because, like I said, it's not about perfection. Um, Maybe you can type what you said and I can repeat it for the room.
Okay.
I heard you said something like I can.
Yeah, yeah, I can. Uh-huh. So yeah, it's pretty crazy today. So very imperfect video.
Yeah, and I think we can, and to wrap this up, I think, what's going through my mind now is like maybe we shouldn't put this up because there were some parts of this video that weren't perfect. But it goes with the theme. And this is why
Oh,
we should upload it. Because if you have the courage to put this type of video on your channel, and we're talking about perfectionism, right? That just shows that, look, everything in life is not going to be perfect. There'll be some videos that are better than some videos that are not a bit better. But post them all. You know, many companies did different things and they didn't work, and they put a lot of time and energy into it. But it didn't mean later they created a better company. Can you hear me?
yes. I want to hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you now I don't know the video, but I can hear you.
Yeah, you know what? I switched off my video not because of perfection, just because I want to talk to you. And I
Yeah.
thought maybe, yeah, maybe this way will be better for today.
Mhm.
Yes, you know what's interesting? It's so true that people who actually are in that space that you are, or people that achieve something,
Yes.
and you show them your amateur product,
Yes.
they usually say, great man, you're doing it.
Hmm.
It's just kind of like when you told me that, Veronica, you should probably do those videos. I was like, oh my god, he just wants to torture me because because I absolutely can't stand myself on camera.
Hmm.
It hurts me because I know I said a lot of like and and I was so embarrassed because I see myself as an educated person, and here we are. I lose words. I say all that, but I just want to say that you had an impact on me for sure on the perfection part, because you said, hey, they're great, just go ahead, upload them,
Hmm.
and just keep going. And it was so painful, like I literally felt pain inside of my body to do it, because I'm like, no, look, my hair's sticking out, I forgot my words, look at that, my god, I look terrible. um, and then I think I've learned something great, and that was learning that self improvement going to happen each time, even if it's 1% or 10%. But each time I do that,
Hmm.
I will. It just will naturally be happening, and I got excited about that. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. So
Hmm.
I can just keep going, and it's gonna be pretty ugly at first, but and I'm getting like more and more comfortable.
And that's true. Because it's like the reason why you're uncomfortable was because you were fighting a lot of the thoughts. You heard your mom's conversation of you're embarrassing me. You heard your dad's conversation of you need to do it this way
Yeah,
or whatever it is, and you're fighting all of those thoughts, even though you think they're gone and you're an adult, they're still inside of you, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
and that's just the
Somewhat.
way it is.
Yeah. So I just think that also something is very important here, I believe, is that when we actually doing it and when we working, we can enjoy the process more. If we took our attention from our flaws, we can just enjoy the process and concentrate on the continuation of the process rather than on the result.
Exactly.
So we can, yeah, and if we enjoy ourselves more, like I started to actually enjoy myself doing the videos,
Hmm.
because for years I had no one to talk to about things I want to talk.
Yeah. And
I have plenty of people to talk to, but not about things I want to talk.
this is true. And to wrap it up, we're coming upon our 15-minute mark here. For what I want to say, and I'll let you have the last word, Veronica, is that people, you got to start somewhere. And if you always think you got to be better than you currently are, you'll never start. And that's the thing about perfectionism. You got to take that out of your life and start where you are. Don't be afraid to, and I don't even want to say make mistakes. Don't be afraid to just be you. And you're going to get better. Like, I've been in the YouTube space for 6 years. And I've gotten better along the way. But some of the older videos that I did and people just saw them, they're like, man, that video was awesome. Right? So they're not looking with those eyes. They could be in a different space in life. They could be at a beginning space that video worked for them. So don't judge yourself so hard. Just get out there and just have some fun. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, have fun during the process. I would also say embrace your mistakes, keep going. You aren't perfect, and that's what I think. So have fun. Yeah, have fun and enjoy what you do.
I agree 100%. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Thank you for listening to myself. And Veronika, what would you want to say?
Oh, I say yes. Thank you for listening, and I hope to make some more, and they might be just as imperfect.
Yes. All right.